Hey, Cell Block Willie, I need you, brother. Hit me with your slogan.
Somebody ass is going to jail.
A federal judge has sentenced former Trump economic advisor Peter Navarro to 4 months behind bars for defying a congressional subpoena from the House January 6th Select Committee. Navarro was convicted last fall on one count of contempt of Congress and another count for refusing to produce documents. Navarro says he still hopes for the Supreme Court to take his appeal on this case.
Who's Peter Navarro? Peter Navarro is the fool that went on MSNBC talking about how Donald Trump and his cohorts were going to try to take over the government with a Green Bay Packers sweep.
What I show in the In Trump Time book is this plan we had called the Green Bay sweep.
So I keep saying the mantra, you call the play, now run the play, right? It's like the old Green Bay power sweep. It's very simple, just one thing leads to another, very logical, and the victories are firm.
The plan was simply this. We had over 100 congressmen and senators on Capitol Hill ready to implement the sweep. The sweep was simply that. We were going to challenge the results of the election in the 6 battleground states. They were Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, Nevada. And basically, these were the places where we believed that if the votes were sent back to those battleground states and looked at again, that there would be enough concern amongst the legislatures that most or all of those states would decertify the election. That would throw the election to the House of Representatives. And at 1 p.m., Senator Ted Cruz and Gosar, a representative, started the Green Bay sweep beautifully, challenging the results of Arizona.
Now, I'm about to nerd out for a minute because you got to go back to the election of 1876. That was the election between Samuel J. Tilden and Rutherford B. Hayes. One guy had the popular vote, but neither one had the Electoral College. So Rutherford B. Hayes went into a back room with the Democrats and said, hey, man, I'll get the federal troops out of the South if y'all give me those contested states. What were the contested states? It was South Carolina, Florida, and I think Louisiana. It was a couple of states. And there was some illegality going on between votes not being counted, black folk not getting the right to vote, people cheating. So it went to the House of Representatives. That's when the guys started doing some backwater deals and got Rutherford B. Hayes in the White House. A lot of federal troops left, and we got Jim Crow for the next 100 years. Donald Trump and his cohorts tried to pull off the same thing. But instead of Trump calling it the corrupt bargain or the compromise of 1877 or calling the president Rutherford B. Hayes, they decided to call this the Green Bay Packers sweep. They were going to try to do the same thing and say, hey, these states were contested. Let's put it in the House. At the same time, the Green Bay Packers sweep is battled on two fronts. It was the legal route and the insurrection route, January 6th. He talked about it, he spoke about it, he put it in a damn book, but he defied the January 6th subpoena. That's why he's going to jail. And he was sentenced, he's guilty of defying a January 6th subpoena. That's why he's going to jail. They finally got it through all the courts. He's trying to get it to the Supreme Court. Now, who else defied January 6th congressional subpoenas? I wonder. Cell Block Willie, hit me with it one more time.
Somebody ass is going to jail.
What do you think?